Another fine day, another beautiful day, another good day for us to get together and have conversations, for us to get together and talk, for us to get together and talk about we community, talk about things that are happening in we community, talk about there's so many wonderful things that happen for community. One of the best things where they exist, now the community where they try for build them. I remember so many years ago when I started building to read one of the things that I really want to do, I'm so bad now for grow the following. One of the things we I was so interested in was okay, how can you do to get these numbers to some place that is loud, to some place that is huge, to some place that is big. I was okay. You need to get to 1,000 followers. You need to get to 2,000. You need to get to 5,000. You need to get to 10,000. You need to get to. I remember one time we were at 20 something thousand followers. And I had a friend who told me, oh no, we need to do everything to get it to 40,000 followers. You need to see the people there. You need to see that people there. You need to see that people there. And so we jumped on a campaign to get a page to 50,000 followers. And we'll finally get the 50,000 followers. Um, but I bet you when we got to 50,000 followers, and then I looked at the back numbers, I looked at the crowd, I looked at everything that was happening. Honestly, I was not happy. I was not happy. And then I was not happy because it got to the place where what am I supposed to do? Do what is going to interest these 50,000 followers or do what is the truth? So we had a crowd to please, and there was the truth out there. Um, that we have always advocated for. That was how I grew up. That was how I was born. Came from a nothing family, worked my way to what is probably becoming something today. And if there is one thing I know, if there is one thing I was taught at a very young age, it was the fact that I must do everything to remain sincere, to remain honest, to continue to be me, to continue to be Nasako, which is exactly what I am doing, which is exactly what I am uh, pushing for. And gradually we're getting there. Gradually we're working our way up the ladder. If anyone is watching, just let us know if the volume is okay, please. If anyone is watching, let us know if the volume is okay. If anyone is watching, let us know if the volume is okay, please. Please, please, please. If anyone is watching, let us know if the volume is okay. Yeah. If anyone is watching, let us know if the volume is okay. If you're watching, let us know if the volume is okay. So this segment today, I title it truth versus crowd mentality. And so many things is happening in our community. So many things has happened already. So many things are happening. Much more is going to happen. And when I look at the atmosphere, I look at the milieu, I start to ask myself questions like, okay, what is happening? Why is this happening? You see things that are simple to understand. You see things that are easy to comprehend. You see things that are not supposed to be difficult for me and you to figure out. Yet you see our people still make decisions. And then you look back and you ask yourself, like, okay, what is it like they actually did not know what is going on, or they just choose to completely ignore. Harriet Tubman, she said, if I would have saved more if they actually knew that they were slaves. This is a quote from a lady called Harriet Tubman. She was actually a liberty, courage, freedom kind of fighter kind of person. And she said, one of her quotes, she said, I would have saved more if they actually knew that they were slaves. I read this today, and that is actually what inspired this session. If they knew they were slaves, I would have saved more. So apparently, she saved a handful, but then looking at what she did, she felt like, oh, I did not do enough. Now, the next question is going to be the enough she's talking about. Is it more people she's talking about? Was she talking about more people she would have saved, as in the number she saved as compared to the number she did not save? What was more, the one she saved or the one she did not save? If you ask my opinion, I feel like the number she saved was less than what she would have saved if these people actually knew they were slaves. And that is where her concern is. That is why she was worried. That is why she did. That is why she made that statement. I would have saved more if they actually knew that they were slaves. Now, a few things I picked from this particular code. I'll just discuss them. The very first one is knowing the truth. If they be no say they be slaves, I will save more. So this is to tell you that these people who were slaves probably did not even know they were slaves. Why did they not know they were slaves? How come you are a slave yet you don't know you are? You remember the slave thing happened for over 400 years. So it happened over generations and generations and generations and generations and generations. So at some point in time, maybe the pass of information was not even like so. At some point in time, these people were actually living and thinking that this is the lifestyle for them. They did not even realize that, oh, there was some time when our great grandfathers or this and that person were actually free. And then these people decided to hold them down, drag them over here, and then push them into doing all of these things. If they knew they were slaves, I would have saved more. So they did not know the truth. All through, thousands and thousands of persons believed in a lie that all they were supposed to do is just work for a master. One other thing I picked out from that code is someone wanting to help you sincerely versus manipulation. So at every stage of your life, at every given point of your life, there's always going to be somebody who's trying to help you. In this particular instance, there was the master and there was Harriet. Now the question is, who believed in who? Especially the slave, right? Who did they believe in? Harriet, who was coming to save them, that looked like them and things like that, or the master who was probably telling them that, oh, she doesn't know anything. Oh, I'm actually helping you. You're working for me. You should be happy that you're working for me. I even give you food and things like that. At every given time, there's always going to be that person who is acting like they want to help you. The question should be, are they really there to help you or help themselves? Are they actually wanting to help you genuinely? Or they're just using the fact that they know you are desperate. They're just using the fact that they know you are in a low position. They're just exploiting a weakness, make it look like I'm here to help you while they're actually wanting to help themselves. That was one other thing I got from reading that Harriet Tubman quote. Another thing I got from reading that quote is someone ignorant of themselves, thus believing in a Messiah. If they knew they were slaves, I would have helped more of them. Yeah, more of them. So these people, first of all, did not even know about them being slaves. So the whole idea for Messiah did not probably cross their mind. Nowadays, it's a little bit different. The slaves of nowadays are actually waiting for the Messiah. They're actually patiently waiting for that Messiah. Whether the one that is going to come on the last day when the trumpet sounds, whether the one that they call the president of a country, or the one that they call the governor, or the one that they call Elon Musk, who is creating jobs, or the one that they call Toridi, or the one that like the slaves of nowadays are actually hoping and waiting ignorantly that someday a Messiah will come, and it's only then that they are going to get what they deserve. That they are actually going to triumph. They are actually going to start enjoying the beautiful things of this world. That's scary. That's scary. I don't know what you think. I don't know. I don't know how you look at it. But for me, that's actually scary. To think that we live in a world where God Himself said, "You are made in my image. I made you. Everything you are, who you are, I actually made you." That is to say, you have every power, you have every authority, you have every quality, you have everything it takes to be whoever you want to be, to become whatever you want to become. Yet, people still sit and decide to shift their responsibilities to some other persons. They decide to feel like, oh no, I cannot do it by myself. What we need is a new president before I can become this. What we need is this before I can become this. Now, I don't deny the fact that changing leadership, I don't deny the fact that a better leader can actually make things happen for a community. But a leader or not, you look around you, you look around your community, you see so many people doing wonderful things, and they are making things happen big for themselves. Where is this whole idea of a Messiah coming from? Where is this whole idea of, oh, if I am going to succeed, it's because we are going to have a new president that is going to create jobs for everyone, that is going to, that's like, where is it coming from? Whereas we all come from a community where we see so many people who came from nothing. So many Cameroonians who came from nothing. Today, most of them are even millionaires around the world. And you still sit back and you still encourage other persons to believe that the only way forward, the only thing that can get, the only way they can get to something is if a particular leader comes in and give them a hand. Where is this mentality coming from? Where is this mentality where people will prefer to go to church, sit and pray, and just stay there and just instead of them actually going to get a career, learning a trade, learning a career, getting a job, doing something that just push and just push and just push. No, all of a sudden, we need a Messiah. Life has never been about a Messiah. Life will never be about a Messiah. Whether you're Christian, whether you're what, there are principles in life that nature, I don't even want to say the Bible or God, that nature has put in place. You respect those principles, you get the results. You respect these principles, you get the. It's not about anybody. Even the people who are telling you to look up to them like the Messiah are actually just going by these principles. Another thing I learned from the Harry Todman quote is, by the way, who is a slave? Who's a slave? In basic, my basic understanding of who a slave is any person who has decided to invest their time in developing other people's project. That is what a slave is. Anyone, especially with little or no reward. So my definition of a slave is any person who has decided to use their own precious time to develop other person's project, especially with little or no reward. Now, this is not me saying people cannot support one another. This is not me saying you cannot work for one another. This is not me saying it is wrong for you to try to help someone grow their project. No, it must be intentional. You must understand that, okay, I'm actually doing this. And even though I am doing this, I'm probably doing something for myself. It is worst when you sit there and you're doing that and you feel like, no, that is the only thing and that's just the right thing to do. Like just that position where, remember back in the days, right? These guys were so ignorant at some point in time, they did not even know they were slaves. So what they were doing, they were genuinely doing what they were doing, thinking, okay, that is the lifestyle for them. Probably because they did not know the truth. Now, if you know the truth and you decide to continue doing just that, it's completely different. But if someone manipulates you into serving their purpose and you acting ignorantly, that is when you become a slave. Everyone is unique. Everyone has something in them. Everyone has that thing in them that they're supposed to contribute to their community. That thing in them that they are supposed to use to build a good community, a better community for all of us. It will only be better. It will only be bigger. Um, it will only look fine if everyone actually exploits the best of them um to to compensate or complement other people's quality. Like I said, I'm not here to say you don't have to support. I'm not here to say you don't have to help. I'm not here to say you cannot work for someone. I have people working for me. I work for people sometimes. I support people. I do things for people. But the difference between you being a slave and me doing something for someone is that I am intentional. I know what I'm doing. I know the truth. And I decide from a very logical standpoint that this is what I should do at this point in time. Now, when you are manipulated to do things for people, thinking and hoping, that is when it's disastrous. Another thing I learned from the quote is years of dependency has now become a way of life. That is another slave mindset which is common in our community. Um, we grew up and the story was, oh, government never give you work. Oh, I don't finish school, government never give you work. Oh, I don't finish school, government never give you work. Oh, you get for good school. Oh, you get for get science degree of chemistry. Oh, you must only become a doctor. Oh, like so we build these rhetorics, we build this mindset, and it becomes at some point in time we start believing entirely on that. It becomes a lifestyle, and if you cannot really get what you want, then what? You start blaming someone, right? I don't blame, sometimes I don't even blame the people. I actually blame a system which allowed that to prevail. um First of all, even the biggest economies in the world don't create jobs like that for its citizens. That's the honest truth. Even the biggest economies in the world, the United States, the Britain, maybe the Japan, and all these very successful economies, they don't create jobs like that. That's the reason why we have capitalist system, we have communist system, we have social. But if you look at the most successful economies in the world, it's kind of like capitalist. So in the capitalist style of economy is business, business, business. It's more about the private sector, contrary to the public sector. So it's more of individuals actually creating businesses. It's more of individuals actually doing things. Um, and the government is just there to supervise. I remember I was talking to someone and they were telling me about the American government only employ about 2% of its population, its working population. And when our president came in, Donald Trump, he and Elon Musk actually came up with this program that was actually going to shrink the government some more. So they were going to reduce from that 2% to probably like 1% or 1.5%. And then the next question you start asking yourself is, now you guys are kicking people out of the government. Where do you want them to go? Where do you want them to go? Hmm. They're actually kicking them out of the government because, to an extent, they want to remove that dependency mindset from them. That mindset where you feel like, oh, somebody owe you something. It's either you go out there and survive or you go out there and die. That's the reason why you go to the streets of America Every junction you see somebody with a pan or a plaque saying, "Oh, I'm this, that. Can you help me $2 or $3?" Every corner you go to, you see somebody. So it's on you to decide what you want. It's on you to decide to either live in the streets or do something or create something or go to some other person who has created something and become their slave. It is supposed to be the same everywhere. Contrary to even the American government, I think the Cameroon government actually employs more people, more of its working population compared to what the American government does. I'm not yet to say they are doing very well, they are doing perfect. No. I'm just saying the earlier we start kicking out that mentality, that dependency mindset. Oh, I'm going to school today because when I finish school, I'm going to find a job. You're going to find a job. Who is going to create a job for you? What if everyone just say, you know what, I only want to go to school? Who is going to create job for those who are going to school? It's high time you make the best decision. It's high time you make the better decision. Every year, every 20 years ago, people were already complaining that there were no jobs. But people continue to go to school. So these ones are complaining that there are no jobs. And then tomorrow want to turn around and blame some other persons. That dependency mindset is bad. That dependency mindset is slowing us down. That dependency mindset is destroying our community. That was probably why it was difficult for Harriet to free more slaves. Because they were already dependent on the master. They trusted him already. They were already acting like, oh yeah, this guy is my guy. This guy is my, especially if the man maybe gave them a room at the back, made them work less hours than other slaves, made them have a family, and they were just feeling like, oh, this is so comfortable, this is so good. I think I want to stay here. So even when Harriet came, I was telling them, hey, I think you need to leave. You need to go somewhere else where you can be free, you can get a life and things like that. These people probably looked at her and say, hey, I can't depend on you. I already have somebody that I know that I should depend on. That dependency mindset, think about it. One other thing I actually got when I was reading that quote is for every action, there should be a reaction. And if ever someone is going to save you, if ever someone is going to help you, if ever some Messiah is going to show up from somewhere, there's always going to be the question of what are you bringing to the table? What are you doing for yourself? There's always going to be that question. There's always going to be that concern. I hear they used to talk to you if you take horse, go for water, but you know if you force it for drink water. We don't see people there, they come from very rich, wealthy families with so much resources. Yet once their parents disappeared, everything they worked for disappeared. Mikey Jackson was super talented, super popular, and everything. We don't hear his kids doing some wonderful, great things. What happened? Barack was president. We don't hear anything about his kids being parliamentarians or senators or governor or this, and that. You will notice it is very few that take over their parents and do it better than what their parents did. That is because at some point in time, at every situation, it doesn't really matter what you have. I think I'll just not read comments. I'll just focus on what I want to say and leave. So it doesn't really matter what you have until you decide to do something about your life, until you decide to do something about you. That is what will produce the result. It doesn't matter if you were sent to the best schools on earth. It doesn't matter if you were sent to you were given the opportunity to work for the best companies in the world. It doesn't matter if you don't build yourself, if you don't invest in yourself, if you don't put things in you that will guarantee a tomorrow, a better tomorrow, it's going to crash. That's the reason why you see people, they are referred to work somewhere by their parents, by their friends. 2, 3 months down the road, they get fired and they are never hired anyway because of the bad resume they've created. That's the reason why I said it earlier. You see, power guarantee, Pekin, part time, all these wonderful people with their papa, they've even the minister, prime minister, and all of these things. And today, most of them, they are not actually living up to that standard. They actually probably just doing something around the corner. Why? Because even though there was a reaction from their parents, even though their parents created this platform, this foundation for them, what were they doing? They did not do enough. So while you sit there and you're thinking there's going to be a Messiah someday, while you sit there and you're thinking, oh, somebody will have to come and help me, or somebody is coming to save me. Oh, this person is the one that is going to save me. If you don't put in the work, and they ever joke about this when things that happen like the one. It's easy for all man to say, oh, work no day, work no day, work no day. You think if the one create work now, so you'll get an opportunity for qualify for work. If government want create work now, say government we call now say they want create 1 million jobs, 2 million jobs. You think say you'll qualify for be part of the people that government go hire them? Because we already get more than 3 million people they get first degree, they don't get work. So you will get advanced level, you will get O level, you will get first school. I don't see people then go write exam with the tossing. Now only people they get first school living certificate get for right time. People they reduce their certification, they go present only first school living certificate. They write the exam, they pass. That is them positioning themselves. So what I'm just trying to say is, in every reaction, in every action, there's going to be a reaction. So while you're waiting for an action, or why people are pushing for an action, make sure you're ready to react, or make sure you don't already react. So that way you place yourself in a very fine place where whatever things that come out from the action, you're going to benefit. Or see how people they enter for street. Why did they holler? Oh, so one day the thief gas bottle. So one day the thief fish. So one day the thief. I'm not saying these things are good, but I'm just saying these are a group of people who understood very well, say, oh, this kind of thing will happen, so I have to take advantage of the situation. But they don't understand, say, even before that situation will happen, they begin to do some other thing with their life for better their life. No one is coming to help you. We all are slaves. We all are slaves. The day where you realize you'll be slave and you start working on freeing yourself, that is the day you will see the cracks in the windows and the doors that are open, and you will just walk out. I see some person talk for comment section and say, "Oh, this is that country. That's now that's why you say Cameroon has no economy and no system. That's why you travel to the States." Yeah, that's your opinion. But guess what? There are so many other Cameroonians who stayed back home and today they are millionaires. I'm talking about people who did not even go to school also. I'm talking about people who did not come from a wealthy family. I'm talking about people who never had any connections, because those are always our excuses. Oh, my mommy didn't be send me for school. Oh, I not come up for family. Oh, we don't know we some man, we know some man, we know some man. Oh, I not get capital for do this. Like we lined up more excuses instead of looking for more solutions. Instead of us being solution oriented. I tell people every day, say 211 for America today. If I be no one they Cameroon, I be no say this particular thing. If he give me this and that, I don't forever come in America. Because I know people who are videographers and photographers. In Ken Stephen, for instance, in Cameroon, just about 10 years ago, got into videography like a joke. And before Ken Wan come Cameroon, Ken already make more than 150 million, close to 200 million from doing videos for artists, for this, for that, for that. Ken is probably richer than so many people in the United States. I'm talking about Dr. Ken Stevens, the videographer. And there are many others. Kosi, Just how many years ago? Less than 7 years ago. This was a kid who was in Boya. Oh, I want go to school. I want to go to school. Dropped a song, went viral, was recruited by this guy, blah, 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 blah. Today, he is doing things that everybody is looking at him like, whoa. They know they use na magic. They know they use na medicine. These are people who, for some reason, decided to think out of the box. Me and you don't see Sparkle. Sparkle will come out for Kumba. Even go no better school. He come out for Kumba, he don't go no better school. He do comedy for how many years? He start cook turning cocoa. Turning cocoa, turning na viral, turning cocoa. Sute come in our way, Sparkle the American. Now people that they call you for left and right, can cook turning cocoa. Just imagine, say, Sparkle be just she don't say, oh, I know do me nothing. At the wait na day government go ton, say me, or we go join police, or me, or we go, or they'll call me for council, give me work. See how for limit, he says, Sparkle, come America. I sat down with him and we were discussing. And I was like, hey, how is that? When you go back? He said, Master, people don't tell me, man, no go me back. He said, babe, I go me back, Master. The money what they make for Cameroon and the way things in day, it be far more better than money I will make when I did for a task. And the procedure for me for get documentation for America. I looked at him and I was like, wow. Sparkle, the comedian. Yeah, it's easy for us to just sit and say, oh, the economy is crazy, oh, things are bad, blah, 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 blah. But is it really true what you're saying? Because even for America, people are complaining right now, they don't have jobs. The people where they burn them for years, you hardly hear some person will come up for our side, will complain about jobs or complain about how things are difficult and things like that. Go meet the people where they burn them for years, they are complaining. You hear that complaint, you should also grab your hands and say, yay. And that is the mindset of man, especially man who has that dependency mindset. Especially an individual who only feels like na some messiah get for help me. Especially an individual who live his life. Christmas is 2 months from now. Or you plan for marriage 10 years from now or 5 years from now. Instead for you for some make plans and do the things you're going to do and now for make sure before that time you get everything when you need them. No, you don't say she don't write to people that need for them. If Sako send me $500 and then Henry send me $200 and then a Pule send me $1,000 and then the person send me this, that, and then and then it will make 10 million and then with that 10 million I go do so where the whole town will talk. You're actually depending on friends. You forget that if you get their own wahala. You forget it. And even if you finish do that wedding, all man talk. What is the future for you? What is the tomorrow for you? Whereas if you depend on yourself, you start to take responsibility. You start to be honest with yourself. You start to be like, no, I know if you do the kind of thing because if I take my last money now $1,000, if I take and go spend for some kind of thing, and then tomorrow some situation happen, which I will do. That is you being responsible. That is you being independent. Why do you think at some point in time African countries were looking for independence? Why do you think at some point in time African countries, no, we want to be independent. We want to manage our resources. We want to make decisions for us. We want to. It's not supposed to be only a mindset for us. It is supposed to be the mindset we preach to our community, especially the younger people. American government employs only about 2% of its working population. That is the biggest economy on earth. The rest of the persons are employed by people like you and me in the private sector who have created businesses or companies or this and that. Now, I know some people that argument, they'll say, oh, but Cameroon, the government make it possible for people for established businesses. Oh, the government, we are always looking to blame the government. Whereas the truth is the problem is not the government. The problem is my brother and your brother, the way they not be accountable. My brother and your brother, they not be responsible. How many persons who don't hear say they send the money, make them be house, they take the money, chop them? How many persons who don't send them, who don't even go for they build the house and everything, give them, make them manage them, they squander them? How many persons who don't hear say, but all the time we want to blame somebody, all the time we want to be, and you know what is bad about blaming people? It's easy, right? It's easy to just blame. It's easy to just say, oh, na work of the devil. It's easy to just say, oh, na pobia make a day for the place. Because no one take responsibility. because you no one look your face, yourself for mirror, look yourself for your eyes inside mirror and tell yourself, say, I fail now because I deserve for not do something. See, for those who know me, for those who know my trajectory, it was crazy. I dropped out of school when I was in like Form 3. I stayed home for like how many years, struggling to become a super footballer. I was talented. I was really, really good, but I was a lazy footballer. I was not the kind of footballer who work really hard. I did not have the work ethics like Samuel Eto'o. So work hard, be disciplined, and just focus in playing football. No, I want to play football. I want to be star. I want to follow whom. I want to do all of these things. Distractions. And that was how I wasted my talent. At some point in time, after about 5 years after I dropped out of school, I decided to go back to school. It was my decision. No man no can tell me this Sakoy go back for school. No man no can tell me this Sakoy go back. I decided I go back for school as an adult. And I did not only go back as an adult, I go shido inside class. Or picking will even teach away sometime. He passed me now for 1 or 2 years, or sometime in any age. But I was humble enough to sit in the classroom and learn. And before I went back to school, I made a decision already. Because before I went go back to school, I be already playing me football for Cameroon. I be doing a star. I be play first division. I be making my money and things like that. But I decided, no, I never play first division. I be play for high level. I never play first division that time. But I decided I was going back to school because it was very, very necessary. And even when I decided I was going back, I said I was going to do just 2 years. Remember, I dropped out of school for Form 3. I don't make for house like 5 years or how many years. I decided I had to go back, so I had to go enter Form 5, number 1. And number 2, I gave me 2 years for school for my O level and my advanced level. And that was exactly what I did. I write my O level the first year, I write my advanced level the next year. I passed Kamba for Boya, for UB. It means my friends, they don't go school. All through, they struggle O level, they struggle advanced level. I meet all them, so they will go back for university. Or some of them even go UB because they not get the required points. They go na SUA. But me, why don't stay house for how many years? I was a footballer and everything. I just decide, come back, go back for school for 2 years. I get it. Then I remember very well my friend Bella Derek. When he go left me, I go find my mission for Boya. He tell me after, say, if it actually fears, I don't surely go fake na doki. I don't go cut na doki. He said, we go so if Joy talk. I said, why the man no go cut doki na for side to this and that? But my everything was authentic. So I get a mission for Boya. And if I tell you how that decision of me leaving football, abandon football, and decide I go do the right thing, it changed my life. And I no go believe. The fact that I become more UB, I go play for clubs. I was so much respected by every coach. I be get privileges the way other players didn't ever get them. When they want to make decision for team, even though I be just come for team the first day, president will call me because he knows that picking the university, he studied law for university. I began that privilege where at the camp training like three times for 1 week. So the 5 days they train, I feel coming 3 times for 1 day. Are they very okay? Are they me boy? Are they go school? Oh, I want to go me for school. So that one come. Oh, they will give me extra money because they know say sometimes they are going for training. I hire me to go boya, go attend my classes and things like that. So these are decisions everyone should understand. No man no go can give you what you want them. And this is what we are supposed to be preaching to our community. Pobia no go give you, Churuma no go give you, Campton no go give you, all that people that they do for they fight now for them, for their own dream, for their own thing, the way they don't wish so they go achieve them. Whether not for be president, whether not for be this, whether not for be a strong opposition leader and things like that. When they get in there, nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change except you and your family and your friends and your own change on a mentality completely and start seeing things differently. I say it all the time. Why be say we get people for Cameroon where they come up for inside trenches from nothing? And then today, inside Cameroon, they don't do things, they start business, they are millionaires and they are billionaires. Why is it that 20, 30 years ago, for Kumba, all we grow there? Why were Mami, our papa, they completely things are strong, Igbo man, they come up for Nigeria. Ghana man, they come up for Ghana. Togolese, they come up for Togo. Can't make cock for Cameroon. You go only 1 year after 7, 10 years, you don't be house for Nigeria. You don't be house for Ghana. You don't go back for Ghana. You don't go marry some fine woman. You don't bring them for Cameroon. Why? Whereas me and you were papa them, she don't for day, they only point people they hand, oh, that one a Nyungu man. Oh, the one na dealer. When some man come out America come, oh, that one a drug dealer for America. Oh, the one the wash na diamond for America. Complain, excuses. And then we only depend on all of a sudden the government, some good government will come, some good leader will come way, it go just create jobs them. Money go just be for streets. And all things go just easy. It doesn't work like that. On the contrary, the one thing I don't discover for America is the government. Might talk the one. You sound like a conspiracy theory, but one thing I don't discover for America, and I say the government, one of you work them, where it is struggle for do them. Now for make sure they make things really difficult for people. So it keeps some people for down there. It keeps some people for that look. Now, why that way they easily give some kind of ticket, they actually easily put you in some kind of system where it just ruin you. Like for America, if you easily fall in a system where it will keep you as a low income earner for the rest of your life. You do some kind of thing, so they put you for record, you need to get some kind of job, you need to work for some kind of place. Because the government, one of the priorities, and I will do everything possible for make sure say they get people the way they fit to work for store as janitor. They get people that fit to work for Walmart as clerks. They get people that fit to work that low income job. Imagine for one reason, say all man want work for up. I think say Kelvin, you say someone will leave people see that. I'm not even talking about any leader. I'm not talking about, I don't know why your mind only going over there. I'm talking about a community and how a community can survive irrespective of who is there. That is what I'm talking about. I don't think I don't call some person in name, say, oh, na you get for be, or the man no get for be, or no. I'm just talking about how a community can survive irrespective of who is there. And we have seen other communities survive like that. Nigerians, they don't realize them. That is why you don't even see them complain too much about their community, about their leadership. Nigerians don't realize, say, no, have you do my music, I survive. Have you do my skit, I survive. Have you do my this? By the way, Brain Jota they do na skit, he's a millionaire. Pella they do na skit, he's a millionaire. Eddie Man they do na skit. Peace Squad they dance testimony na millionaire. Why I want to kill myself over a government job, a government this, a government that, when I can just do something for myself and so that is what I'm preaching. That is what I'm out here sharing. I'm not here to talk. No leader no go give any person anything one time. That's my message. When I stop for the live people saying about a leader and about this and about this, so other person they talk about a structure. Maybe we'll break that structure palaver some other time. Maybe we'll talk about that structure palaver some other time. This mindset of dependency should go, whether we like it or not. I titled the show today, Truth versus Crowd Mentality. Truth versus crowd mentality. Why I title and that winner? Because I don't realize there is the truth. And I don't want to call the other thing a lie, but there is that thing that every other person believes. So the whole week, I asked myself the question of, okay, why this thing? Is this thing just simple? Why is everyone not doing this? Why every person in the crowd they follow na this particular thing? I'll give you a simple example. We all know say be president for country, they decide your fate. They decide whether you'll be successful or not. We all know. Now, the simple truth that we do. There are principles in life that if any person respect them, it no matter whether you come from a wealthy family or you come from a very broke background, it no matter where you're coming from, there are principles in life that if you respect them, your life will change, you'll be successful. It is simple. It no matter whether you be Christian, it no matter whether you be pagan, it no matter who you are, life get basic principles away if you just start to respect them one after another, and you stay consistent, you could actually get to somewhere with your life. It's difficult to see somebody in Cameroon who is respecting all of those principles, and they know they for some place where they fit chop, they fit feed one or two persons, they fit go marry, they fit go do this, they fit go do that. I fit start naming for now. So many people for Cameroon they come for nothing. At one point in time, they even say they want to be John Etab. If he say he want to be musician, he want to be artist. At some point in time, he realize he work, he switch, he start do some other thing. He follow life's principle, he respect the principle, he stay consistent. Today, the example for community, the people in this so plenty. They come over Saudi, they don't be get mommy, they don't be get papa, they don't be get godfather, they don't be get capital, they don't be get nothing. But because they just respect principles of life, they definitely get what you want. That is my mindset. No government, no president, no person, no owe you anything. On the contrary, the people that know so you owe them something. Now, right away, from time to time, they will come to you. Now, right away, from time to time, there is struggle, may you believe, say, now about the leadership of a country. That is not true. Look at America. It no matter who be president of America, they still grow. They still construct routes. They still do the one. They still do that one. They still build this. America, they still borrow money for outside. It no matter who be president, these things will continue to happen. Because the country don't already understand now about these basic principles. The man they respect, they respect, and that other man they respect, and that other man they respect them, and things are just happening. Crowd mentality is not always the opposite. So there is the truth. The things you are supposed, no man the way he go wake up every morning for 4 a.m. He's struggle for make a plan on which way he want to do for that day. He struggle do all the thing them. If you want to find a job, he struggle put him. Would you hear they talk I find job for 10 years and finally when I get that job, boom, my life skyrocket. Not because they get that job, a life skyrocket. Because during the 10 years of them looking for the job, they don't prepare themselves, they don't build themselves, they don't equip themselves. And when that opportunity become, that was how they were transformed. That is how it's supposed to be. Not the other way around. Not you depending on somebody, knowing fully well so you know even be prepared. I watched the video today. I even share on my sister Edit. Where some military person they talk for some group of person, they talk to some picking to they say, wake up call. I say, you did how many years? You vote, the picking say no. He said, so what should you do for you for the conversation? Smarter now una do take and say una be bodyguard, una be this, una be that. This conversation is about how our community can survive. It's possible for us to get to where we want to go to without any person's help. You don't ask yourself if the person you want me help you now help you. If he show you my way help you, now help that person. If they show you person will help that person, now help the person. You finally go and say there was one person who helped themselves. Just like this whole idea of school. People are so engulfed in, oh, you must go school. Oh, you need for go school. I go school. But the way people don't make this whole idea of go school be, it don't make some people dependent on, okay, if I not go school and if it succeed, oh, because I not go school now, why I not succeed? So I just give up in life. Major. No. Ask yourself, say, who started the whole idea of school? Who started school? Because we're not just coming for 8 and a school day. No. Now, some man wake up one day say, you know what? I want to start until they call on school. I will call people, they come for the, and then we will teach them about certain things. What are we teaching them about? Our experiences, other people's experiences. People that experiences, they don't document that until they call on books. We'll start to teach people that will make it easy for them. So instead for them to live life and then gather experience and then grow, we'll gather other people that experience, we'll put them until they call on books, and then we'll share the knowledge with other persons. So the best way to discover school, actually no go school. Why you think say if you get for work, that some person can create the work for you? If you get for survive for life, now some person can make it possible for you. How can you be that dependent? And that is the worst thing that has happened to Africa. That Christian mindset of, oh, you need for pray, oh, you need for fast, oh, you need for. No. No be about that. Not about tilling the soil. Not about plant today, sow seeds today and harvest tomorrow. Not about improving on yourself. Crowd mentality is not always the lazy way, the easy way around. Now, why do we see? Now, why do they call it? For me, I call it crowd mentality. Because anytime you see so many people believe so much in something, start questioning that thing. Because the good things in life don't come easy. The good things in life, you get to think out of the box. The good things, the unique things in life, you need to just all man they understand them. Now, why not only Elon Musk be billionaire, we don't cost $500 million because he think differently. He think like you and me. I read a story somewhere where Elon Musk and his team, they were actually traveling to some place, and then he asked about a project that was happening, and he asked if they have provided a solution for the project. They said no. He said, how long was it going to take? They said 3 weeks. Say in 3 weeks, they are very sure they're going to provide solution to the project. And he said, turn this plane around. Let's go back to that company. They turn the plane around, go back for that place, they meet for the 3 hours, they provide solution for the problem. That is the mindset of somebody who thinks differently. And that mindset will make you millionaire or billionaire. So many years ago, I was a soccer player. I sat down and I asked myself a few questions. And that was how to really started. So my friend just remind me the other day, say, that will be the school for Sang Milima. I will ever talk about Hello Cameroon, how I will ever talk about TV. I will always talk about Hello Cameroon and this is that. He says, you need surprise. I wait to what they do now. I say, oh, really? So that dream you already did it even before that Garua Epiphany. Yes. We can do things differently. And we can encourage our folks, our brothers, and every other person to be different. This dependency mindset is what has killed our community. Just imagine, say, you were you did for diaspora. You actually tell some person we did for Cameroon. Say, now because of the president, we things they had for you. That person need the farm. That person need not so many careers in there for Cameroon way. It's only in a person for 57 inside the person saving money. So many business ideas in there for Cameroon. And if you tell you how many persons who don't support them, they start their small, this, small, that, small, that. That way they be start and they be say over small. Today they're actually making money from the whole idea. That is how we build a community. No be America government build America. On the contrary, America government is a reap from Americans through taxes and things like that. Now Americans, the pure Americans. Did they ever talk to you? Focus more on which way you do. That way people they need to see you. Focus more on which way you do. That way people they need to look you. That is what will make the difference. That is what will actually make the difference. The truth versus crowd mentality. Very few people are honest. Very few people. Now, let me say, we communities don't even get to that place where every time you say the truth, they label you. Today, I did a simple post. A simple post where any man feature understands that this is just an observation and this is actually what happened. For 2016, when the Anglophones they started complaining about marginalization, what happened? The rest of the country was like, una no get no problem. Una she don't quiet. Una this, that. Anglophone, they struggle, they shouldn't quiet. For 2018, when Kamto came and he said, oh, I did so win cheer and did this and that and that and that, all of a sudden, some group of persons make me look like it's a Bamileke thing. Oh, Bamileke want take power. Oh, Bamileke. It became a Bamileke thing. And before you know it, the rest of the country isolated them. That one passed. What did it happen today for Chiruma for 2025? People already start make jokes. Oh, now since on Coco can fix my shoe. I give Coco I used to give 150. Oh, I give 150 each one for my ski. So they already travel tell Una say, now the group of people they want to take over now. So it start to trigger things in your mind. It start to trigger him like, okay, simple observation where any man will tell you, no, now the truth that. Maybe 2025 Anglophones they say this not concern them. Now people they only fight for change country. Oh. All of a sudden they say no. Me no one Anglophone no come. Me no man no try. You know concern we. And then in my mind I'm like, I thought you guys said you were fighting to change the country to make the community better. Why would I the one stay back now? Crowd mentality versus the truth. Crowd mentality versus the truth. Have you bet you say 80, 85, 90% of the time where you see the crowd, you may whoa. Look at first of all the crowd. Look at who is leading them. Check the character and the track record of the character of the leader. Then decide whether you want to be part of that crowd. But I'll tell you 80 to 95% of the time, the crowd will be whoa, they are being misled. They're just a group of, it's easy to gather a group of ignorant people and run with them than to gather a group of people who think out of the box, who are smart enough, who know exactly, who questions, who ask questions, who make answers, who give answers, who make suggestions, who can have intellectual conversations. It's difficult to gather those group of, it's difficult to gather 1 million of them and you start working with them. It's easy to just tap into people's pain. It's easy to tap into people's frustration. It's easy to go into people's head because they're looking for a job, because they're looking for a messiah, and tap into that. And before you know, you get 1 million followers. That's the reason. That's how most people blow on social media. I can decide to start talking about what the people want to hear. I can decide to, and that's where the people want are true. It will be a lie in most cases. I can decide to just sell the ideas they want, the things they want to hear. Just go with them. Just go with them. And I'll get 1 million people watching me every time I am speaking. But for me, it's not about the crowd. It's about the truth. And I know for sure someday the truth will prevail. I remember when I met Dr. Nyasa Koninko, his soul rest in peace. He told me two things when he read my project, the Tuide project. He said, I don't know where you came from with this. I don't ask you, you say, go school. I don't even know how you come with this, but this is goal. Make sure, say, you do the thing that we don't write that inside the book. The second thing he told me was, truth gets stronger legs than lies. Lies, they always want to take the stairs. Lies always want cut short. Lies always go with that crowd mentality. Oh, and if it happen now, oh, I want me to happen now. But truth need the hurry. Truth did take your time, waka. It take time, waka, now because you don't know what you do now, because it build the foundation. But lie, they always hurry, and before you know, it will crash. That is where our community is, because we are always looking for, oh, which one get a now, oh, which one ta now. Now, by the way, at every time we just feel like it's chaos, it's bad governance, it's no man no one hear the truth. No man no one be responsible enough. No man. I see people I never do nothing for my family. I never held no man for my family. Instead for me for own up to, okay, Nasako, you've been irresponsible. You've not done anything to help your family member. You don't work hard for the play where you forget this, you forget that. You never help your friends. You know what? No. I can't she don't hear the tongue and say, oh, Nabia never find them work. Oh, Nadidi that. Oh, that. We are always looking for ways to blame other persons just because we don't want to blame us. The truth versus crowd mentality. Crowd mentality is not always the easy way out. When I blame is the work of the devil. I did tell some person the story to that. I did tell you say, just imagine say, so my friend a girl. Just imagine say your master come for her, say, oh babe, sorry, I want to apologize. I cheated on you. Say, oh, I said, babe, I'm sorry. It was the work of the devil. It was the work of the devil. I said, you could believe that talk. He said, by luck, at the case of believe that kind of talk. They will be the talk for you. You know, be no so you know if you do it with devil talk. I said, okay. I said, but imagine now, say, Bia na the devil of Cameroon government of Cameroonians. So every person who does something that is not successful, they blame it on Bia. And would you want buy him? Every person will do something we know waka na Bia. Minister thief money na Bia. The man do this na Bia. The man do this. So at the end of the day, you even vindicate the people that they commit these atrocities. The people that they do all the bad things, they would vindicate them because we would only turn blame na Bia. And the people that even go do the thing them. Just imagine say you go cheat, you go do some kind of thing, you come house, you tell your woman say, oh babe, it's the work of the devil. Your woman pick Bible, study, pray. Devil I cast you, devil I bind you. Hey, devil did it. Hey, you cannot fight my husband. You just smile, saying, I don't get my good excuse. The next day you go do them again. After all, you still can't talk about the work of the devil and your woman go here. That is exactly what the crowd mentality is. We look for somebody and we all will join the blame na the person. Instead of being sincere and honest to ourselves that we are actually responsible for all of this. We are looking for a savior. So today, if you open them up, they talk, say, oh, this particular savior, we don't need a man we go do the dirty work. You really call on dirty work and you think it is somebody that's supposed to do it. You need to look and say, why I want to push your mommy go do dirty work? And instead of the help the man for do clean work, for become a better person. You listen after you push it for do dirty work, we go change. No. It need to happen that way. What you travel do now for tell you say they say, oh, they are dirty work you don't do am. Now you make you trust you now. What it means you empower another person for get into doing dirty work also. Because you know, so they go be because of the dirty work they don't do am, una go hire ye for serve una. Crowd mentality. Whereas the truth is supposed to be no. Yeah, we know say don't apologize. Yeah, we know say Didi Dada, but step aside, be for the proof for we after 5 years you don't really be a change man. Do some certain thing that for community for shows you this who you don't be redeemed. You are different. Work for some time for community. More really see you walk from that place of I am a changed person. Then we bring you in. Honesty go hell we. Honesty go hell we fine. Honesty go hell we fine. The only time somebody becomes better is when they look at themselves in the mirror and tell themselves the truth. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm a broke guy. You realize it, you will start thinking about solutions or what you can do to become better. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am not handsome. You realize it, okay, because I know you don't notice that most people they don't find are very clean people. Most will walk guide them. That will be the grow up. Most will walk guide them, but then are very clean men them. Because they don't look themselves in the mirror, they say, hey, you see my face. I will whoa. Okay, wait, have you do it? Okay, they are very clean. Very clean. So one, they are very smart people. So one, if you talk English every day. So because they look at themselves in the mirror and say the truth about them and tell themselves the truth, they start looking for what they can use to compensate for which we did not get them. It is the same thing we are supposed to do. Look ourselves in the mirror and tell ourselves the truth. Look our brothers in their eyes and tell them the truth. Every day would yes say tomato na one tomato na 200 or six tomato na 5,000. How many farmers you don't see on social media they boast say they be farmers. They work tomato for year, they work tomato for year and this and that. Farming for America na wonderful career. Why be say for Cameroon na taboo? Why be say for Cameroon? I get my friend for here, Dr. Eric Tango Monkem. 5 PhD. Today for America na farmer. Every time he calls me, he talk with some certainty where I'm like, whoa. He talk with some confidence. I'm like, whoa. He said, my brother, I am a happy man. Not only do I control my time, but I decide how much money I want to make this year and next year and do this and that. Right now, I already have this number of people on my payroll. And I'm building, now person the way he grew up all life with the mindset of you must only work for some person. Now why I be define PhD for year, PhD for year, PhD for year. At some point in time, things changed. Now he's a farmer. Now for community, other water leaf on a chop, other njama, other goat, other country fowl, other thing the way we circulate for community. Now he the producer. Had a wonderful conversation with him the other day. Walmart and all of these other outlets, they don't start contacting on how they can get this African vegetable, which is very rich, how they can get them to their stores. And not only get them to their stores, but also have persons that can help mediatize it to the other communities so people can start eating healthy. I tell them, I say 5 PhD, you get 5 PhD, not up to 5 years ago. Now we turn around and be like, you know what? I don't want to work for anyone anymore. I don't want to teach anymore. I want to start something for myself. And today he's so proud. In 10, 20 years, he could employ more than 1,000 persons. That is what you're called to do. That is what you're supposed to be doing. Not be for only the true stones, not be only for the true blames, not be only for I'm not even saying you cannot do that. But sometimes even before you do all those blame and blame and blame, because the funny thing about blame is me, I really blame leadership where I get to what they already done for myself and things like that. But guess what? So other person we know the thing like me. It go just feel is yeah, all man the blame piano. No, so I don't get out for do me anything. It's easy for you to call someone today, a friend from back in the days, on the story, and you say, hey, my how it must country strong, must country strong, must bia must go, bia must go. Yeah, Biamos Gube, what have you done for yourself? Me and you are childhood friends. Me and you are so. How many times you don't bring a reasonable project for me? I mean, say a project where will benefit even me. Just imagine say some my friend, oh God, I gave a course Sambing. I remember I gave a course to my friend. I call you the other day for some village. Me and I start talk. We'll talk about farming. I gave for invest some money. I would definitely invest at least 2-3 million. Because of the project where he just introduced them for me. He never even present the whole thing. Are they ready for invest? Because at the end of the day, me will benefit more for the. All I need to do is proper documentation and things like that, and make sure there is follow up. And so can I see them? Even if now 5-10 years, I will get my money back with some small profit. Problem no dey. No. Me never should don't for phone with the complain and complain. Oh, country tongue. Oh, Bia did this. Oh, Bia do that. Oh, Bia do that. Like I said, no government for the way they create job for any person. Now citizens for that country, they create jobs. They start businesses. They start this. And Cameroon is still a virgin land. How many farmers will get them? How many farmers you know for Yakati where they get corn farm? How many people you know for Yakati where they get tomato farm? How many people you know for Yakati where they get 1,000 pig farm, 1,000 pigs for their farm, 1,000 goats for their farm? Why would they grow a cow? Why don't they grow cow for Kumba and for Boya and for Manfi and all the places there? They get grass, they get rainforest. Now say cow need to stay for rainforest on a how? I see people then today they do snail farming. I see my brother in J4B Ghana celebrity farmer. I see my brother how they call it Chef Dawai. I see so many young people doing wonderfully well for themselves. And these are not people who even came from, no, they started from somewhere, started small, and then they worked their way up. Today they talk about millions. They talk about this, they talk about that. When I shift for corner with this one, blame. For the information, every Cameroonian you see in America is working extremely hard. Every Cameroonian we see in America, for see me they survive, they work 10 times harder than person with the Cameroon. If you never ever know one today, if you never ever know, if you did doubt, go ask them, they'll tell you. Any Cameroonian we see in America, he work 10 times harder than any Cameroonian we did for Cameroon for them to survive. But they'll make it look like it's easy. They'll make it look like it's chocolate. People work 16 hours now every day. And then the only way they get out of that, have to pay their car note, pay their house, pay their picking their bill, pay insurance, and pay some kind of thing, and the money don't go up. They start work again for the same thing. Clovis Park as will go cover Kumado Tifam. So you see the mindset. We will go cover Kumado Tifam, and they will turn now and blame Nabia, right? We'll turn now and blame Nabia. So we can sit here and argue and continue go with the crowd mentality of, oh, government never do this, oh, Bia never do that, oh, did that. Oh, the one of the worst argument what even here and say, he need for come over power because you don't old. He need for come over power because you don't make for the 50 years. The question is, if you don't make for the 50 years, and then if it actually deliver, if it actually do the things the way it make it possible for people to invest and people to do some kind of thing, una will say me go. Now, for me, now the worst argument that. Now, tell me so you want me to go because he be incompetent. Tell me so you want me to go because he need do anything for level the play field so any person feel thrive, any person feel succeed. Tell me so you want me to go because he never do any, he never present to you any plan way. I'll understand, but if you tell me so you want me to go because you're old, doesn't make any sense. For some person for be young, no na guarantee say be smart or it could be productive. The same way for the person for be old enough, that mindset of, okay, because person not old, it gets inspired any person who young. Name not true. So now the reason why I keep telling people the only way you can judge how a good leader, who is a good leader, now by their character and their track record. Wait to be their character in the last how many years? Wait to be their track record in the last how many years? That is how you start to establish this person can lead us. Like I don't talk. The worst thing will happen for our community now this crowd mentality of, oh, na so we get for go. Oh, na tino want na any man we need support he not correct. Raphael Gine be tell me say, Nasakum, If ever Sunday be, you stand for some junction, you see 1,000 people, they go so for left, they all then they go for left, they holla, whoa, whoa, they all then they go for left. And then for the other side, you see one person where it going for right. You see, if you know it's good for you, go meet that one person, you go for right, start a conversation with them. Ask them why they go for right. Listen attentively and everything. In most cases, as that 1,000 people they go for that side, so they are just going by the crowd mentality, by the crowd vibes, by the oh. But guess what? The one man way to go for this side, he don't do a proper and thorough analysis of everything where they happen. Why that 1,000 people they go for that side, and he come to the conclusion say, now the right way this. Oh, that person actually really know the right thing. Now why that way he choose to go the opposite direction, even though 1,000 people they go that other direction. I am saying this to say, if you know the truth, if you are confident about the truth, nothing will sway you. 1 + 1 are 2. So if 1 million people they come here, can't tell me say 1 + 1 I don't be na 4. I'll just look at them like, okay, you guys are joking, and I'll continue to tell say 1 + 1 are 2. But for our community today, people believe say if 1 million persons they can't tell you say 1 + 1 are 3, it means say 3. Don't change 1 + 1 are 3. Life need to work that way. Life need to work that way. Know the truth, stand by the truth. It no matter how difficult it be, it no matter how rough it be, it no matter how some people try for humiliate you, it no matter how some people try for destroy you. So long as you know you are standing on the truth, you're actually saying the truth, stay for thee. That is what can help you. That is what can help our community. The biggest lie we don't exist for our community now, this lie of a savior, of a Jesus we go come Sunday and we will go for heaven. And then you go now for day we go enjoy, now for day we go do that. So stay humble, stay calm, no work hard, go pray now pray this and that. That's the biggest lie. Now that lie don't transform to now leader for country be the person we na Messiah. Now leader for country get for do all things. Now need your phone get for kahelewi. Now OC Joshua na come to na Chiruma. Now when they go become president, thing they go change. Nothing is going to change, and even if it's going to change, it's going to be for a 1%. Are you even equipped to be part of that 1%? Are you in position to be part of that 1%? Think again. I thank every person we don't watch. We'll be careful do 1 hour, don't do 1 hour 12 minutes. I think it was a fine conversation. More try for tell with people the truth. More try to tell people the truth. Every time you see a crowd going towards a particular direction, don't just follow. Question them. Educate yourself. Read and read. Learn and learn. Not only learn from people in your community, learn from people in other community, because that is what is happening today. We don't want to learn from our experience anymore. We want to learn from other people's experience. Look at Nigeria. Nigeria gets what they call Victoria Island or Banana Island, whatever they call it. It's a beautiful place. I'm not even sure it's the government that actually initiated the idea. Even if not the government initiated the idea, they put it, they bill for it, they invest for it, and things like that. In the government, the money. There's a lot we can do. In as much as the government still get that responsibility for make the play field level, for make the rules, make sure people they respect the rules, people they follow the rules and things like that. Even without the government, we can actually still build a community that we all can be proud of. My example ever did for Graffiti people, the most marginalized for my community. Not the Graffiti people. I want to talk about the Bamileke people them. Or I want to talk about my brother for Northwest. Now the community of persons that way for the longest of time, they don't be for day people match and people mash them. But I'm talking about 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. Today, if you look at that particular community, they're probably the most educated. If you look at that particular community, they're probably the most successful. It's difficult to see 10% for Cameroon when are successful people. We don't see 5 or 6 or 7 when they're coming from Graffiti land. That is because these people, they decide to turn their pain into gold. That is because this group of people, They will realize say no man no go save we, no man no go help we, no man no go give way to one time. On the contrary, they laugh we, they mock we, they do all of these things. They quietly make decisions and start putting the work. Their papa then become better. Their papa they are picking them become this. So today, now they made the community way in the whole way. No man no owe you anything. You owe yourself everything. And especially with globalization, you can become anything you want to become in one day. Anything. All you have to do, sit down, be honest to yourself, make plans, follow your plans, stay consistent. We'll see how you feel. No man ever feel because they consistent. No man ever feel because they work. No follow that till we crowd the talk. No follow that till we crowd the talk. Thank you now. If we get chance tomorrow, we'll do another live. I'll probably put up a flyer on the topic we'll discuss. Maybe tomorrow if we take course. Or if any person will just do for 150, we'll do 5 minutes. If any person they way if you say one call, write for comment section. If you connect phone and then if you call, make your contributions. But again, I'm happy with one of the things I did lately is actually I blocked so many people from Toridi. I actually did check my blog list today and it was scary. And also after I make that video where I talk say animal we not like what to do for Toridi, me unfollow Toridi, me unlike the page, when I go, when I block with this, and that so many people actually unfollow the page. But you know why I'm not bothered? I'm not bothered because it's actually working for our good. That leaves us with people where they ready for get conversation. Because trust me, if not back in the days where they do the topic, they would not distract me for comment section. Oh, get out. Oh, yeah, mommy. Oh, did it? They would not coach me. Oh, did it that? So sometimes that crowd is not even what you want. A tribe is what you want. If you are looking at building a community, the worst mistake I make for my early days that was I built already. Now say I want go all man. I'm just one at the following. I'm just one at the following. So in doing that, I picked up so many wrong persons. I picked up so many bad seeds. Right now, which I'd actually do now for clean order. When I did that video that day, I be intentionally doing because I know say most of them they go vex. So when you vex, you comment, I block you. You vex, you comment, I block you. You vex, you comment, I block. When I go check the post, I be done. When I notice most of the negative comment they know they now because as I block you, Facebook they delete the comment. Block all of them. We want a few. We want a few with the same mindset. My brother Roland tell me the other day, say, my brother, I know we love Africa so much. I know we want to see Africa change. I know we want to see, but if we don't start preaching mentality, we don't start preaching mindset change, nothing will ever change. And that's true. And that's true. For any person with the America is America not because of America is America because of the mindset of the people. And that was laid down when the foundation was built. But guess what? Even after the foundation was built, every other generation will come will be ready for respect that foundation. That is when things will happen. That is when people will succeed. That is when people, if we build some better foundation and then the people that they come later, they not put to way it be good enough onto that foundation, we go fail. We go fail. So we start work first of all with your mindset. Our mindset, it starts with you. Then it transcends to your family, your immediate family, to your kids, to your wife, to your family, your brothers, your sisters. And then you start spread the mindset for community. Just imagine they put it in the day, like myself, for instance, play Wakomo Kumba. Any Kumba man will say, if you think they're strong for us, I just go you for Kumba. One thing be setting as you if you ever sleep hungry. Another thing be setting as you if you ever sleep for outside. Because you just go for the man their house, they dark you for day, you sleep for their chair. You wake up for morning time, brush your mouth, you take breakfast with them, you come over for the man their house, come on, afternoon, I go for the man their house, and I go chop. You want be evening, on a tonton go play ball, as when I come back, when I branch for the other man their house, when I chop for day. That is life. The general way, the crowd way. But that crowd way of living, now you don't destroy the community. Shift and not come for America. You make PIM, you dey sleep for street. You make PIM now for street. Even your brother, you call it for any the answer again. Cameroonians the day where they sleep for street. Where for that very city where they dey, so many Cameroonians the day where their house get empty room. That is the mindset over here. You do it for yourself or you get to the streets. The government no care. The government even want people for streets. So when you drive around, you see that people there for street, it will scare you. It will make you the one go walk. It will make you the one do some kind of thing them. Let's continue to tell our people the truth. We'll continue to tell our people, they say, no money they come for carry them. No savior, no they come for carry them. That hungry way you the hungry. Therefore, give you good reasons for think out of the box and create something. The funny thing I say, any billionaire we see out there today, they created something, they started something. Every billionaire we see out there today created or started something. And when it comes to creativity, any person can create. Any person can create. The best way to happen for mankind now on the internet. You can stay anywhere in the world and sell your products, ideas anywhere. You know, they back in the days where you discover something, you create something. No way, no day for you for go market and for London. You get for enter plane, go for day, go. No. If you know how to use internet, know how to use social media, know how to write emails and all of that, you can actually have somebody sponsoring your project in Banga Bakundu, whereas the person there for Edinburgh. It is very possible. And these are some of the things we have to start telling our people. All you need to do is come up with good ideas. All you need to be creative. Just do something. Come up with something. Just come up with something. You don't really need for rely on come on. If the two come up with be good enough, even the government go wrong come for you. So much farmland. Yet they complain say tomato no dey for market. People they complain say plantain expensive. Gari no dey. This one no dey. Like how can it even happen? Whereas we have a very vast number of young people. They cry every day for internet, say work no day, work no day, work no day, work no day. Who go can give you work now, papa? Who will give you work? If the man where you want me give you work, it will be the way na see some man give you work. Na high for work. Wow, na rhyme scheme that I've used for rap. If the man will be say me can give you work, it will be the final play for work. Who for give work? People they know me, they be know me like footballer. Today, I even see somebody they write comment about me. They say journalist. They put out they say journalist. They write comment about me. They put out they say influencer. They write comment about me. They put out they say this. They write comment about me. They see the funny. They see the funny me. I say wow. They call me journalist. It means that they really do a good job as a journalist. So many years ago when I started what I was doing as Toride, so many people mocked at me. So many people laughed at me. Like I don't actually be play people. The person they for phone, they coach me. If the one coach me in a friend, but the friend put them hands free, and then now the friend don't know how to move the phone for hands free because each live and the person they talk all the rubbish they talk at the year. But today that same person they struggle to do the same thing way at the do. They even shame themselves will call me, ask me, okay, how if you do the one, how if you do the one, how if you do. You just have to look within you. There's a gift that is buried in every human being. Every human being get a unique gift. Every human being get a unique gift. All you need to do is tap into that gift, develop it, and you will see the results. Toride has gone through some really difficult times. But the days ahead, be pregnant. Yeah. That's the reason why I don't give up on Toride, because I know what Toride don't give me. I know what Toride don't bring onto my table. I know who side Toride they go. All the two they do, the video work, everything what they do for you. Excuse me. I learn am by myself. When I see my videos and right, my videos, whether na promotional video, whether na podcast, whether na event, whether na all that thing dey so I learn am by myself. Ask any man you know me to tell you. If I fit learn am by myself, and I'm not that smart. I am not that smart. That's why I keep telling people if I be know all the thing, if I be know say I fit do the kind of thing dey for get money, I would do am till I see the Cameroon. And I for still be money man. Because of which way I dey do am, if I tell una the place wey I don enter, the people wey I don meet up am. Na people dey wey if you be STO or be waiting for Cameroon, you probably die, you no ever meet other people dem. Take my phone number, if I look at my phone contacts, the kind of numbers wey I get there inside, the kind of people dey wey. Yeah. I think Bible talks say God could bless the works of your hands. Bible no talk say God could bless your empty hand. Which way you take your hand do, na way God could bless. It means say okay for find something for do. Maybe for find some person for blame or encourage people for to go around blaming and blaming and blaming and blaming and blaming persons. It no go help we, no go ever help we. We have seen so many economies. We've seen so many communities. Leaders come, leaders go, leaders. The most important thing are the mindset of the people. The mindset of the people. The mindset of the people no change. Your individual mindset no change. Nothing ever happen for you. Even me, I made some funny mistakes like 5-6 years ago. That mistake they hold me down for a very long time. Until now lately where I'm like, bro, what did you do? Sako, what did you do so? This is not you. Do something different. Do something better. I wake up for sleep like, hey. Yeah. Yeah. Careful. Do everything possible. Everything possible. Everything possible. Thank you very much. Definitely soon on the next one. Shout out to Elvis Fossil. Shout out to Wonji Calvin. Shout out to Clovis Parker. Guaneville, shout out to you. Now the people in that they comment, and I would always tell and say it's easy for me to know who they watch when they comment. And if you know who they watch when I dey live, because I need to see I dey use now some software they now for I need to see people they watch. So not only when you comment we I dey see say okay the person be the watch, the person be the watch, that person be the watch. So now the only people in that way I will give them a shout out. And thank you guys for the show, for staying here until the end. If I talk until you probably not be like just consider say maybe now because you don't understand me, maybe I don't explain fine and things like that. Let me know inbox. We can have a conversation about it. If I talk until if you say now be fine, really like I dey beg you take another one, go tell some person. Invite people then for watch we show. But when they come with a very open mind. May they come with a conversational mindset. May they come say they can't teach we or they come for can learn. Are they ready for learn? Are they ready for learn? I know how important it be and I know how helpful it don't always be. Again, thank you very much. I think it was a good conversation. It was a good session. Yesterday there is Swabia in the old ceremony there on Thursday. If they'll show on live, we'll probably broadcast them. We'll start doing interviews them again. So if you know any person, especially really around Texas, who you think you want more hosting, let us know. But like I tell now, I keep an eye on Toridi. We get so many things that really come up. We I think so now like will be part of.
Got just one life, so I choose to be happy. Some problems will come, some go, so we just have fun all day. I tell them, say, dress up, go outside and just be happy. The facts that you live to see these days are blessing already. So I say one time for you, ain't see the lack, but you know slack. You ain't never chop, but you still laugh. Below the broke back, you just still smile.